if you're from Africa, you know, it is an absolutely massive tournament for you. But again, for most people who aren't aligned in some form or fashion to Africanos, then really, you know, you'd watch the quarterfinals and the semi-finals. I'm a mad footy fan. I'll watch pretty much any footy on the telly apart from the cosplay, and even that I give 5 minutes to usually. And I watch some of the first round games. I have to laugh. The one thing it's phenomenal at.
The keepers
Keepers are shite.
Oh, they're unbelievable.
Keepers are dog shit.
The keepers are the keepers are hilarious. That's what I like.
But the penalty shootouts, you've never seen a penalty shootout like it. Like this, because as I told you, the nerve endings. Most players who play in them African Cup of Nations, nerve endings stop at the top of the patella tendon. So when it gets the pens, normally like you're nervous. For them, lad, they're just banging them in the top. That's the best standard of penalties you've ever seen. Like there's no pressure because they've just got the insensitivity from the kneecaps down. Most of them. And then the pitches shite usually.
Yeah.
Even when it gets into the latter stages, the crap. Officials, the season tournament after tournament where all of them are arguing for corruption. I mean, Eto'o, who's arguably one of the greatest African players of the recent generations, has come out and spoken about the bribery and the match officials. You've had mad goals getting given to teams like Ghana. I spoke in the video about it. Three African Cup of Nations on the spin, all in Ghana's favour, and obviously disallowed goals even when they had VAR. And again, you know, you spoke about Togo and the team bus getting attacked, and like it's just stuff where, you know, it's a big tournament for the Africanos.
Yeah.
And again, you know, our school tournament, the Knowsley Cup for our schools was massive. He was like, the Hanson Cup was the big one to win. Huge in the area. But unfortunately, everybody outside the fighting didn't really give a shit about it. The African Cup of Nations is huge in the area. Lots of people in the area care deeply about it. But unfortunately, the world doesn't stop for it. Like if I said to you now, name me like the last 5 winners and the last 5 host nations, you wouldn't have a clue.
No.
Now, attacking players and offensive players, I think the Africanos have produced some of the best players ever. You think, you know, Georgie Weah, Abidi Pele, you know, JJ Okocha, Drogba, could be here all day going on, player after player. Lots of brilliant players.
But they're scattered with...
Well, no, the big thing for me was John Obi Mikel came, because obviously Carragher said what he said. He shit himself the next day and had to backtrack because he obviously didn't want all the brown people kicking off and getting them sacked from Sky, because obviously you know, everything now, as soon as he said that he was a racist coloniser, you know, that's unfortunately the world we live in now. If you say something that people don't like and you've got brown skin, then you're a racist coloniser. And I end up getting called that myself, which was quite quite novel. So it's another insult to add to me book of insults. And the big thing for me was the personal attacks. So I've seen JJ Okocha come out and had a go at Carragher. I've seen Obi Mikel come out and call Carragher out and say he hadn't won the league, so how dare he talk about what, you know, is his job now, what it's like to win the league, which is a fair point. You have to argue that. It is a fair point. He hasn't won a league and he's telling, you know, whoever it is this
Didn't he say he's not won a major tournament? And it was just like, actually he has.
Not for his club, for his
country. He said he's not won a major
for his country. He said that. So he doesn't know what it's like in terms of the passion and the pride to play for your country, which again, you know, a lot of people would say Jamie Carragher was Liverpool first.
He was, yeah.
You know, no disgrace there, but I can see what Obi Mikel's talking about. And then he had the lad who was at, I think he was at Wolves and Watford, Carragher or something like that, Algerian boy who come out and obviously, you know, they all had a go at him in different ways, and I've seen a lot of ex-African Cup of Nations players having a pop at Carragher, all right, which is fair enough, and they were all getting personal with him, or some were getting personal, some were talking about his playing ability, some were talking about his credentials in terms of what he's won, which got me thinking, well, that still doesn't answer the question. Like, is it or isn't it a major tournament? I don't personally think it is. I mean, you know, there's an argument the Copa America isn't, because they've invited teams who aren't from the continent in, made a bit of a joke of it. Some standard of refereeing and pitches in their tournaments can be a bit iffy, but again, because Brazil and Argentina there, I think you'd have to...
The difference, there's World Cup winners in that tournament.
Yeah, you'd have to have it there, and I think the Euros is the same in the World Cup. Now, the big thing would be, is I've seen loads of people, and obviously the African community, and they attack you online, the Africano community, obviously on the Twitter when you say anything that they don't like. So they obviously came, you know, for me because of my comments as well, and it got me thinking, and I've saved it for this. Can anybody out there, as much as all the Africanos have had a pop at Carragher for saying what he said, there's no better defender come from Africa than Jamie Carragher. Africa have never produced a better defender than Jamie Carragher.
Well, they are, but they are going to play for France.
Well, name me a better African defender. Can anybody name me a better African defender?
Marcel Desailly.
Ever. He's French.
Kolo Touré.
Kolo Touré went better than Jamie Carragher. Joking, aren't you? So again,
it's
like,
a shout. It is a shout.
Can you name me a better defender than an African defender?
If there was, we would have said then, and I can't.
They might say Koulibaly, the lad who came over with a big reputation from Napoli.
He's a big yard dog.
He shit the bed, and then he got off to Saudi.
Kolo Touré for Arsenal was good.
Kolo Touré's not better than Jamie Carragher. If I said to you can have one in your team, bear in mind, Carragher played at right back.
I'd have Carragher over Touré, yeah, I would.
Again, we're going through here, this great continent that's produced phenomenal talent and deserves to be taken serious as a major tournament. Well, you can't name me one defender. Now, if I said to you here, you know, they're all going on about Carragher if he was like fucking James Beattie, right? Yeah. That's the way they were going on, as if he's proper shit, which is what they do. You know, cunts who've never had the kick of a ball of footy, all of a sudden they're experts, and if someone says something who's been a good player, they come down on them and question the credentials. So again, if it was saying James Beattie, name me a better African striker than James Beattie, you'd probably sit here and name me 25.
Yeah.
So Carragher is a lot better than what they're saying. He's a lot better defender than what he's given credit for. Now, name me a better African defender than Jamie Carragher, who's had a better career. Or right back. Name Bakary Sagna, play for France.
French, yeah, I can say French.
Or Gallas, play for France. All the ones.
French, I said the older,
Sami
decent
Kuffour,
ones.
play for Bayern Munich, Ghanaian, but play for Germany. So but you can't have them. I'm talking about people who've actually played for African teams. So an African defender, there's none better than Carragher. Carragher's better than them all.
Well, the league itself is...
In history of African defenders.
Yeah, the league itself, there was... This is a good one. Name the last player to come to the Premier League. I might be wrong here, but this is what I can think of. To come to the Premier League directly from an African team. And it was... I'll give you the clue.
And he won the Premier League?
No, they moved to the Premier League. Now, this is my quiz question. I got
Benny
that.
McCarthy? No, he come from...
No.
Michael Fish?
No, he played... No.
Michael Fish, what a shot.
1992. No, Lucas Radaby he went from...
Peter and Love.
Peter and Love. Mouse got it. Yeah. There you go. 92 into Coventry.
Peter and Love. He was good for a while, Zimbabwean. Yeah.
So that was the last one I can remember.
But anyway, so they're all having a pop at Carragher. And again, look, if anyone...
Taribo West.
Like, Taribo West. He got slung out to Taribo West. You're like, come on. So it's out there for you. If anybody, you know, it's all good and well taking Carragher out, but again, you know, all the Africanos couldn't name a better defender than him, and they're meant to be big, strong, and fast, aren't they? Which should suit defending.
Yeah.
The second one was, did you see the fallout of Jose Mourinho with the Galatasaray Fenerbahce?
That's fucking nonsense.
Yeah, but did you see it?
Yeah, seen it, and it was just utter nonsense. Seen Drogba come and defend him, which was a fair shot.
Oh, to be fair, Obi Mikel and Michael Essien and all that came out for him because he'd said the Galatasaray bench.
Jumping around like monkeys.
Yeah, we're jumping around like monkeys trying to get a young player sent off, and obviously Galatasaray then said that was racially
motivated comment,
and then all the black players who play for Mourinho